we are going to discuss about new chapter, and the name of the chapter is synthetic fibers and plastic. So first of all, I will just write the name of the chapter, which is synthetic fibers and plastic. As the name suggests, synthetic fibers and plastic. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the various synthetic fibers, various man-made fibers which are known as synthetic fibers, and along with that, we are also going to talk about plastic, different types of plastic, uses of plastic, how plastic is useful, and at the same time how plastic is very harmful for us. So all these topics will be included in this chapter. One very important, very little but very important thing, that the spelling of fibers, F-I-B-R-E-S or F-I-E-B-E-R, F-I-B-R-E-S or F-I-B-E-R-S. So both these spellings are correct. This is my experience that whenever I teach this chapter, every time the students always they ask about the spelling, that which is the correct one. So the correct one, like one is American and the other one is British English. So it's depends upon you which spelling do you want to write. So both the spellings are correct. So I may be using one time the spelling F-I-B-R-E-S, but maybe other time I can E-R-S. So this was a small little thing which I just wanted to let you know. Now coming to the point, first of all we'll talk about the fabrics of clothes. We all know how cloth is important for us. It plays a very important role in our life. And if you go to market, and obviously when you go for shopping, you might have seen different kind of clothes, different kind of cloth or clothes, different which are made up of different kind of fabrics. Now it can be of like cotton, jute, or woolen. If you talk about woolen clothes, it can be of nylon, polyester. Many varieties are available in the market. What is these material made up of? Are all these natural, or all these are man-made or synthetic? So now let's talk about this, that the cloth which is available in the market, or I should talk about the fabric. The fabrics many different kinds of fabrics are available, and all these fabrics are made up of yarn. What is now all these yarn helps to, like it is, yarn is made up of fibers, but the main point is, or we can say fabrics are made up of fibers. This one is quite simple. Fabrics are made up of fibers. But then what are fibers, or what is fiber? So now we'll talk about fibers. What is the meaning of fiber and how it is made? Now, as I said, that if we talk about any kind of fabric, for any kind of fabric, the fibers are the smaller unit or fabrics. Now, as I said, that if we talk about these fibers are made up of very small unit, are made up of very small units called monomers. Fabrics are made up of fibers, and how fibers are made up of? Fibers are made up of like small units, and these small units are known as monomers. Now, these all monomers, they combine. Monomers combine, or I can write many monomers. Many monomers combines end to end together to form polymers. To form polymers. I said fabrics are made up of fibers. Fibers are made up of monomers. Fibers are made up of monomers. And what is monomers? It is a small unit of the fabric or fiber. Now, when these monomers combine, when these monomers, many monomers, when many monomers combine end to end in like a chain, when a long chain is formed, this long chain is known as polymers. This long chain is known as polymers. Now, how can we, what is the meaning of polymer? How can we explain this word now, polymers? Actually, polymer is a Greek word. It is a Greek word which is made by two words, poly and mers. Now, poly means many. Poly means many, and mers means unit, and mer means units. That means polymers are the one which are made by many units. Polymers are the one which are made by many small units. Fabrics are made up of fibers. Fibers are made up of small units which are known as monomers. These all monomers, they combine end to end together. They form a chain, and this long chain is known as polymers. So, what is the meaning of polymer? It is a Greek word. Poly means many and mers means units. That means polymers are made up of very small units known as monomers. It is one and the same thing. Polymers are made up of very small unit, known as monomers. We can write one sentence in different way. Either we can write that monomers, they combine to form polymers, or polymer is formed by the combination of monomers. That means when many monomers combine, they form polymers. Poly itself is suggesting poly means many and mers means unit. That means when many small units combine, they form polymers. So, we can even say that fibers are made up of polymers. Fibers are made up of polymers. Fibers are made up of polymers. Now, the formation of polymer, like the arrangement of monomers, can be in different forms. Like when monomers, like these are monomers. Now, when they are combining in a straight way, when they are combining in this way, then it is known as linear arrangement. It is known as linear arrangement. But they can also combine in this way, Like all these are monomers, and they can get combined in this way also. In this way also they can combine. Here we can see that monomers are there. So this kind of arrangement is known as cross-linked arrangement. It is known as cross-linked arrangement. That means polymers can be formed by the different kind of arrangements of the monomers. It can be in a straight way, which is known as linear arrangement, or it can be in this form, which is known as cross-linked arrangement. Now, we are discussing about the fabrics. We know that in market we can see different kinds of fabric. Now all these fabrics are made up of this small unit is known as fibers. Fibers are made up of polymers. Poly means many, mers means units. That means polymers are made up of many small units. These small units of polymers are known as monomers. Very simple. So, next thing. We were talking about the fibers. Now, we will talk about that how fibers can be divided into two categories. Like fibers can be natural fiber. It can be natural fiber, and it can be artificial fiber. Artificial fiber. Now, natural fiber, the name itself suggests that natural fibers are those which are which we get from the nature. So, how can we define natural fiber? Natural fibers are one. Natural fibers are one, which we get from the nature. Natural fibers are one which we get from the nature. Now, which fibers do we get from the nature? And we all know the examples of natural fibers because we have done this in 7th standard. So the examples of the natural fiber can be jute, it can be cotton, it can be linen, and it can be like silk, and it can be wool. So there can be various examples of the natural fibers. What is the meaning of natural fiber? Natural fibers are the one which we get from the nature. The name itself, the word nature is itself suggesting that natural fibers are the one which we get from the nature. So here I have written the examples of natural fibers: jute, cotton, linen, silk and wool. Now, what is the meaning of artificial fibers? Now, artificial fibers or man-made fibers are called as artificial fiber. Are called as artificial fibers. Now, can we all suggest in mine only, because I won't be able to hear you. So what are the examples of artificial fibers? It can be like nylon, it can be polyester, it can be like terylene, examples can be of the it all belongs to the category of artificial fibers. So what is the meaning of artificial fibers? Artificial fibers are those fibers which are made by men. Now they are synthetic. That means by the mixture of the natural as well as the artificial fibers, certain fibers are made, and then such kind of fibers are known as semi-synthetic fibers. So here we have discussed that how the fibers can be divided. Now, fibers can be divided into natural and the artificial one. Natural fibers are the fibers which we get from the nature, and the artificial are the one which is made by the human beings. Now, artificial fiber can also be known as man-made fibers or synthetic fibers, and there are certain fibers which are made by the mixture of natural and artificial fibers. I am saying this word, I am utilizing this word fiber many times. But if I want to define fiber, how can we define fiber? Which are, these are long, very strong. These are very strong, very durable and flexible. These are long thread which are very strong, durable, I have not written durable, flexible and can be. Now, fibers, we are reading this thing many a times, but the exact way to remember this is what actually it is nothing but just thread like structure which is very strong and strong, flexible and can be converted to make can be converted or used. Can be converted or used is a very correct word. Used to make cloth. Now, not only clothing features. So first of all, we are going to talk about rayon. Now we'll talk more about rayon. Just please note all these points. Of purely synthetic fabric, and nor it comes in the category of the natural fabric. So what it is? It is actually semi-synthetic fiber. It is semi-synthetic fiber. It is semi-synthetic fiber. It is a semi-synthetic fiber. How it is made and why it is known as semi-synthetic fiber? Actually, it was formed in late 19th century. It was formed in late 19th century, or even we can say early 20th century or early 20th century. And one very special quality or characteristic feature of this fiber is that it gives the it gives an appearance like silk. So it was made as an alternative of silk. Was made or used. Was made. Yeah, I have written was, so I need to write was made as an alternative silk. Alternative of silk. Now what I am saying that it can be used, or it used to be used, or it is used. That means the important word which I am using over here is alternative of silk. When we can use one thing in place of another, when it has got the characteristic, when the characteristics of both the things are same. Same is the case here also. The characteristic of rayon and silk goes with each other, that means they matches with each other. We are talking about synthetic fibers, but still I will say that rayon doesn't comes totally under the category of artificial or man-made fiber. Why it doesn't comes? Because it is made up of wood pulp. It is made up of wood pulp. Wood pulp is used to make rayon. Now, we all know wood is a natural thing, and when some substance which is natural, or we can say that when wood is used, which is a natural substance, how can we say that this material is totally synthetic? No, it is not. Why? Because wood pulp is there. Cellulose of wood pulp is used. Cellulose of wood pulp is used. So, it came into existence as an alternative of silk. That means it has got the characteristic features, or it has something in it like silk, that we are going to talk about now. But before that, we'll talk about wood pulp. How wood pulp is used and what is done to wood pulp to convert this into rayon. So first of all, wood pulp is dissolved. Wood pulp is dissolved in alkali. This wood pulp is dissolved in alkali. Now, this solution is known as viscose, and now it is passed through many minute holes. It is passed through minute holes of, say, what I am talking about. I am talking about the material which is neither synthetic nor natural. It is made by using wood pulp. And how it is made? The wood pulp is utilized, that means the cellulose of wood pulp is taken, it is dissolved in alkali, and when this solution, when the wood pulp get dissolved in alkali, that solution is passed through these small holes. It is passed through these small holes of the spindlet, and after this it is used, can be used to make the fibers, but then it has to be little strong, durable, hard also. So again, now it is like H2SO4 is passed. H2SO4 is used to make it hard. So now first of all is what is done? Wood pulp is taken, cellulose of wood pulp is taken, which is dissolved in alkali. Now, when the solution is formed, that means when the wood pulp get dissolved in alkali,